Hi students, today we are going to discuss about the motion in a plane. In that, first of all we are going to start with the basics. What is meant by physics? Physics is a branch of science. Physics is a branch of science which can deals about nature. Which can deals about nature. And also it can explain about the matter in all of its states and energy in all of its forms and energy in all of its forms. Physics is the branch of science which can deals about nature. And it can also explain about matter in all of its states and energy in all of its forms. You know that the matter can exist in three states, that is solid, liquid and gases, and energy is in the form of it can convert its forms, so that is potential energy into kinetic energy into mechanical, like that. Okay, next one is mechanics. Mechanics is the branch of science or branch of physics. Mechanics is the branch of physics which can deals about motion of bodies. Which can deals about motion of bodies. This mechanics is mainly divided into three branches here. Mechanics is mainly divided into again three branches. First one is kinematics. Second one dynamics. Third one statics. Mechanics is the branch of physics which can deals about motion of bodies. This mechanics is mainly divided into three types. First one kinematics, second one dynamics, third one statics. Now what is meant by kinematics? Kinematics is the branch of mechanics. Is a branch of mechanics. Is a branch of mechanics which can deals about the motion of bodies without consider the cause of motion. Without consider the cause of motion. What is the cause for motion here? Nothing but that is nothing but force. In this kinematics we can't talk about the force. Just the example is a moving bus. A bus is moving, a train is moving, a vehicle is moving, like that. A train is moving, a moving train, etc. These are the examples for kinematics. Here we can't talk about the cause of motion. That is nothing but force. That branch we can call as dynamics, kinematics. And second one is dynamics. Dynamics is the branch of the mechanics here. Here also is the branch of mechanics which can deals about motion of bodies with consider the cause of motion. With consider the cause of motion or cause for motion. What is the cause of motion? That is nothing but force. In this dynamics we are going to talk about the force. Okay, example, a moving bus, a moving train, these are examples. Statics, third branch is the statics. Static is also it is a branch of mechanics which can deals about the motion of bodies in equilibrium. Motion of bodies in equilibrium state. Equilibrium means in the position of rest. In equilibrium state under the action of set of forces. Under the action of set of forces. Okay, suppose when you consider a body, on the body in all directions the forces are going to be acted. This body should be in the state of equilibrium. In the state of equilibrium. This branch we can call as statics. Now this motion in a plane is coming under in kinematics. Okay. Now in that motion of plane, one of the subtopic is vectors. In a motion plane, the subtopic is a vectors. What is meant by here? The physical quantities are divided into three types. Physical quantities are mainly divided into two types here. First one is scalar physical quantities. Scalar physical quantities. Second one is vector physical quantities. What is meant by scalar physical quantities? The quantities which have only magnitude. The quantities which have only magnitude but no direction. The quantities which have only magnitude but no direction, and it does not obey the laws of vector addition. Does not obey the laws of vector addition. Okay, the quantities which have only magnitude but no direction and does not obey the laws of vector addition. What is vector addition here? That is commutative law, associative law and distributive law. These are called the laws of vector addition. And what is meant by magnitude here? Suppose when you consider mass is equal to 100 kg. Here this mass represents the physical quantity here. This kg represents the unit of mass, and 100 can indicates the number here. Okay, this 100 can indicates the number, kg indicates the unit of mass, and mass indicates the physical quantity. This 100 kg, the full we can call it as a magnitude. This 100 kg we can call it as a magnitude. Means the mass which have only magnitude but no direction. That's why the mass we can consider as scalar quantity. What are the examples for scalar quantity? Length is the example. Mass we discussed already. Time. Okay. Area. Distance. Volume. Work. Power. Energy, etc. These are all the examples for scalar physical quantities. Now coming to the second type of quantity. What is the second type of quantity here? That is nothing but vector physical quantities. That is nothing but here it is vector physical quantities. Second one is vector physical quantities. The quantities which have both magnitude and direction, which have both magnitude and direction, that type of quantities we can call as vector physical quantities, and can obey the laws of vector addition. Can obey laws of vector addition also. Vector addition. That type of quantities we can call as vector physical quantities. What are the examples for vector physical quantities? Here displacement is the vector physical quantity which has both magnitude and direction. Velocity, force, momentum, okay, etc. These are all the examples for vector physical quantities. These quantities having both magnitude is there and direction is also there. Okay, and we have some notes. Some of the physical quantities which has both magnitude and direction is there, but those quantities cannot be considered as a vector physical quantities because they can be considered as a scalar physical quantities. What are the quantities? That is, the first one is electric current. Electric current which has both magnitude and direction, but it cannot be considered as a vector quantity because it does not obey the laws of vector addition. Suppose when you consider the diagram here, I1 is the current entering here into the junction here, I2 is the current entering, and the resultant of the current is I1 plus I2 according to the Kirchhoff's laws. Therefore here the electric current does not obey the laws of vector addition. Here the electric current is a scalar quantity. It can be considered as a scalar quantity. And the pressure and surface tension is also examples for scalar quantities. Pressure is also scalar quantity, and surface tension. These are having both magnitude and direction, but these quantities cannot be considered as a vector physical quantities. They can be considered as a scalar physical quantities. Okay. And our next one is graphical representation of a vector. How can you represent a vector graphically? Graphical representation of a vector. The vector can be represented by the directed line segment. The vector can be represented by a directed line segment. The length of the segment can give the magnitude. Length of the segment can give the magnitude, and direction of the segment can give the direction of a vector. And here A is called initial point. Sorry, tail of a vector. A is called tail of a vector, or it is also called initial point. Initial point. And B is called here head of a vector. Head of a vector, or can be considered as a final point. And this line segment can give the displacement of a vector, and it can be written as like this. And read as AB bar, and read as AB bar. This AB bar can give the displacement vector in both magnitude and direction. Therefore, and it can also be represented by the letter S bar or bold letter S. These are all the representation of a vector. Therefore, how can you represent the vector in graphically like this? This length of the segment can give the magnitude, and direction of the segment can give the direction of a vector. Okay, this is the representation of a graphical representation of a vector. Okay, thank you for watching. If you have any doubt, let me know in the comment section. Please share and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.